Who is reading your emails? Well, maybe the admin of your company if you're using a Google Workspace account. In this video, I'm going to cover exactly how someone may get access to your emails and should you have anything to worry about if you're currently worried that someone else might be digging into your inbox. My name is Pete Moriarty and we are a small business consultancy specializing in Google Workspace. And one question that we get asked all the time is, can an admin see into my emails? If you're a staff member at a company and that business is using what was called Gsuite, is now Google Workspace, can someone actually access and read my emails? Now, out of the box, the short answer is no, but the longer answer is a little bit more complicated than that. Because basically, once you're an admin of a Google account, and there's going to be someone in the business that you're working for who's the admin. If you're the business owner, then you're the person who is the admin. That person effectively has control of everything that happens inside that business. And so the thing that can happen is usually an employee will leave a business and their account becomes suspended, they're locked out of their account. But there is always a backdoor into that account that every admin has. And that is the ability to reset somebody else's password and then obviously go in and you've got full access to everything that's in Google Drive and in Gmail. Now, that's a pretty normal process when an employee leaves a business for the administrator or the owner of the business to go in and archive that person's emails. Company emails are typically deemed to be company property, depending on how your employment agreement is worded, and so that's a pretty reasonable expectation. But the fear that many people have is, while I'm working at a business, can the boss see into my inbox? And unless you've given someone your password or you haven't changed it since it was issued to you, there's no way for someone to get access to your account unless you've specifically granted them access. And there's a few ways that you can grant access inside of Google. One of those is to delegate your mailbox to others. So if you set up mailbox delegation, that's a specific setting inside your Gmail settings to let someone else get access to your mailbox without having to use a password. That's one way. Another way is if you are utilizing Google Vault within the business. And Google Vault basically takes a carbon copy of every single email right across the whole workspace domain and actually saves it into a safe place in Google Vault, and that is accessible by administrators of the domain. So if you're a current employee in a business and you're worried about someone being able to peek into your inbox, it's unlikely unless they actually have access to your account. But in the instance that an employee has left a business, or if you notice that you've logged in one day and your password's been changed, then it's very possible that an administrator has actually accessed the account. And yes, they then do have access to those emails. So hopefully that's answered the question for you. If you need any help with setting up things like shared mailboxes or mailbox delegation, check out some of our other videos on our channel. And of course, if you're interested in help with your Google Workspace account, we're experts and we help businesses all over the world with not only Google Workspace, but other cloud small business tools. Now, if you haven't already come across our growth roadmap, well, that is the different stages of small business success and how you should be implementing technology strategy at each one of those stages. And so our growth roadmap is really the way that we help businesses make sure that you get everything perfect at every stage of business and that you are using technology as a way to grow the business rather than something that is holding you back. So if you're interested in that, head along to our channel and we have playlists for each stage of business. So no matter where you're at in your business, you will get value from your Google Workspace account and the rest of the cloud ecosystem. Now, if you're not yet working with itGenius, we have a great offer to transfer your billing into our billing portal. And it doesn't cost you anything extra, but you get a bunch of free perks. And what that means is that we give you training for our team. We have an expert Google Classroom with professionally created videos where you and your team can learn how to use all the features of Google Workspace. You can make it a part of your staff onboarding process so they go through our classroom. And then you also get things like a DNS check, so you can make sure that all of your DNS settings are correct and perfect on your account so your emails don't end up in people's spam. And then finally, after we've done that, we provide some free, very basic level support for your account just for doing your billing through us. So if you're interested in that, head along to the link below, itgenius.com/transfer, and you can take advantage of that offer. Plenty of information on the page there. Till the next video, take care and make sure you're subscribed and liked, and then you will get all of the future notifications for videos we post in the future. See you later.